Hey, the sky. Ooh, blessed in the sky of diamonds. Good morning. Come on in, y'all. Oh, I feel like getting up doing the stanky leg. I like the music. Here's a come. Here's a come. I got all my stuff sitting by me. Hey. Hey, up there in the sky. I hope y'all hitting that like as y'all come in. Shine it all. God bless you and keep you safe. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because I'm hoping everybody get ready to have them a nice 4th of July. Good morning, Lady Detroit. Yeah, I almost forgot it was the 4th until one of my nieces called me last night to tell me that my little teenager one that just graduated Las Vegas coming out this summer. So I called my goddaughter and asked her, what do y'all teenagers do? So when she come over and spend some time with me. All right, then. Get ready to hit this music. 1, 2, 3, and get it. Zoop! Good morning, y'all. Gotta get my gadget here. Yeah, I know everybody preparing to go to the store. Those of you that still celebrate the 4th like that, I don't do like I used to do back in the day. But I might go over, with the children for a little while. I'm not planning on doing a bunch of stuff. And I don't sit in no hot parks no more like I used to do back in the day. We used to make my family so big. We used to make a very big deal out of it. Yes, we did. And y'all see my title, because I really don't have a lot this morning. I said open marriage because the Jada Pickett thing I'm going to talk about. And then the rest is open chat. I hope we're not here no longer than an hour. And now that some of y'all want to talk about y'all preparations for whatever y'all doing for the 4th. Ain't really too much going on but the same stuff. Talking about this petition and somebody's crying and about let's get into it, y'all. Jada Pinkett Smith and Will. Well, y'all know the rumors. I just got the kids swallowed the wrong way. Let me take a little sip of my coffee. And by the way, y'all, it can be coffee, tea, and milk. Needed that swallow. I also got my Vitica water. It ain't time to start sipping on that yet. But we have been hearing for years, rumors about an open marriage, relationship. And Jada is 48 years old, and the rumors which she's with this 27-year-old guy. But evidently, they've been together for years. And to my understanding, they knew the family, and Will gave his blessing on it. And they was going to discuss it at the Red Table, which I used to watch the Red Table when I had my Facebook open. But I don't really keep up with it no more. I'm only talking about this because the story has been circulating now for the last couple of days. So that's why I'm going to talk about open marriages. Do they work? I don't think so. I really don't think so. But I'm inclined to believe that maybe they did have this open marriage. Something happened to where he really fell in love, or they don't want the relationship no more, or whatever's going on between the three, and it's hurting his heart, or whatever the case may be. Now he want to talk about it after all this time. Why do you want to talk about it all of a sudden? Something evidently more going on. So a love triangle to me don't work. It might start off working for the first year or two, according to what I've always heard about stuff like that. And then another thing that really don't have nothing to do with this, and it's kind of relating to this list going around about dragging kids. Why, after all the stuff that went on back in the day between 1994 and 1997, and this is people up in power, up in money. That's who she need to be worried about doing stuff to children, like Prince Andrew and them, grooming young girls, like the Epstein guy that just died last year in prison, and his wife, what's her name, Ghislaine Maxwell, 58-year-old socialite, was grooming the young girls for him. He was a pedophile, and they say that she also took part in the abuse herself. Them the kind of people we need to be having lists on. Not nobody on no YouTube talking about they going to kids. And then once you do all of that to people and you put their name out there like that with their address, birthday, picture, whatever the case may be, so somebody can come hurt or harm them knowing their address or whatever, then what makes you think that once you do that to people, they're not going to clap back even harder and do something to you? Why are you over there crying? What made you think that they wasn't going to dig up no information on you? Because from what I hear, Trish was over there crying, and yes, not crying in, because her son so-called mad at her for all this going on, and people are sending messages and hitting him up on the Facebook Messenger. What did you expect when you're priding these people business? Because if they were dragging kids, which, like I said, I don't drag kids, but I don't think it was nothing for you to take control of and start harassing all these people. That's between them and their father, their God, or whatever, and between amongst them, themselves. So I knew it was coming. I knew that people were going to start clapping back and doxing on her. And then you got the old girl over there from the Shy, from what I hear, got on there supporting her, singing a song. But she's not doing that because she's sincere. In my opinion, I don't think she like you, Trish. In my opinion, I think now y'all got enemies in common. You know how they do it here on YouTube. So don't come on in crying, thinking somebody doing you wrong, because I feel like you should just let them people alone. They sitting up there dragging each other kids. Well, that's their business. I'm not gonna jump in it. I don't got a dog in that fight. I'm gonna keep saying I don't drag kids, but I don't know what kind of position I'd be in if it was my child with something pouring on their face. See, and then the people that really done it the most, they was exempt from the list, talking about they apologize. No, that's not it. People on the list that you don't like. So we can talk about that too. We can talk about the rich people, the ones that's really doing that. Now the lady finally got arrested out of all these years at 58 years old. Y'all probably heard about it years ago. With this, if y'all into listening to news like that, sometimes just press and of course he denied it. You know what I'm saying? Let them kind of people handle that kind of petitions and stuff. Don't be on here with these little small YouTubers minding their business. And all they doing is fighting amongst one another. If they weren't trying to make it that serious and call the police, I don't think so. You know, let me look at this so I can speak a little bit. Those was thinking baby was punking. I heard. She was puking. What was she puking about though, Becky? Because I only heard it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch her. I'm just going by. I heard about how going on over there befriending the girl about this list, knowing that she really don't like it. It's just about a little, like the little enemy in common kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? You can't just come on here and go at people and don't expect nothing. If I was her side, I'd be mad too. A bunch of strangers hitting me up on my Facebook Messenger, talking about this and that and what I done did to my child. Now she got him in a situation, if that's the truth, because we haven't heard from him. She's saying her son is mad and this happened. It can be to help make the story more interesting, because I didn't say it, somebody else said how just a couple months ago, maybe just a month ago, she had about 5 or 6 people watching her always. Now all of a sudden she's about 30, 40, 50, especially if she chased some names, more people are watching her. So they seem to think she's trying to grow a channel. Now, this is what they say, that she's been caught chasing and that she wanted Kwani and everybody to come on in and get on her panel. That's what I heard, y'all. So I'm quite sure y'all got some opinions or something to say about that too. So to me, I would be upset too. Yeah. If I was her son. Good morning, Laurie. Oh, y'all, and while I'm on here, I'm going to be looking for me another temporary mod just because it's no longer with us. No, nothing happened, nothing tragic happened, anything like that. Okay, just want to let y'all know that. So while I'm on live, as I'm watching, you know, I might get my same temporary, but or somebody, and then I might just look for a mod, period, because I've just been getting temporary, you know, as I grow and I start need more and more, you know, something like that. So those are things we're going to talk about, these open marriages, because you know, like say like you guys, you know, want to somebody want to spice up, not you guys, you know, just people in general, their marriage, you know, and you decide to take on, because I have seen these couple last year. I was watching this show, and it was a black couple, and they took on a wife in the house, both of them. But to me, that don't work out, because I'm thinking the wife that they took on really fell in love for real with the woman for real, and they kind of was closer. Well, then, like they say, a woman knows a woman's body. You know what I'm saying? And then there's been other cases where the man that fell in love with the woman. And see, when you invite that kind of stuff in your marriage, things like that happen. Okay? So it might work for a little while, but I myself, I wouldn't want an open marriage. Just go get somebody, go hire somebody for a day or something, like some of the rappers stuff did. Like they said, T.I. and his wife did with China back then when she was 19 years old. Rob told it. He said that they took advantage of it. The way he said, they took advantage of a 19-year-old China back then. You know, they had a threesome. Well, they paid her, you know, doing that before she started doing everything she's doing now. You know, like that. You know, don't just bring nobody in to live with you for real, because you don't know what's going to happen in an open marriage. I wouldn't want no open marriage. So open marriages, they don't work when married, but when you're dating experience. Exactly, Becca. You can experience while you're married. You experience while you're dating. It don't work. I haven't seen one that worked perfectly. Even this show, I can't think of the name of the show, but I know a lot of y'all that watch TV, because I used to watch every reality show that came on. Just seen that show, and they seen they took on a wife in the house, and they were having issues, and they would sit down as a family, and they would discuss it. They would talk about it, you know, whatever. I never followed through, you know. Then I stopped watching it, you know what I'm saying. When I get a chance, I'm gonna go with it though and catch the ending of that. I don't really even know what happened. But like I said, I don't want one. I don't want one at all. No, baby, no way, no how, no, Jose. So anyway, I'm opening up the chat early because I don't want to be here telling y'all I need to get out today. And ever since Pizarro the other day was talking about she's a casino, then yesterday she talked about she was at arcade. Lord, I said, oh my God, I want to get out and do something. We already talked about that, baby, among us. So you know what I'm talking about. Sister Wise, that worked for years, didn't it, Becca? Didn't it work for years? Then the one that he was truly married to, she divorced him and let him marry his last wife, the younger one that started having children. She brought other kids into the marriage. He adopted them. Oh yeah, I used to watch that. And Mary's not happy in marriage no more. Now I don't know what's going on with them now these days. I don't know what's going on with them these days, but yeah, I used to watch that once in a while. I still do watch it, catch it once in a while. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised you said that. I didn't know a lot of other people watch that because they're Mormons. You know, I watch everything. They're a Mormon couple. Maybe that's why. Yeah, but I did. I watched it. Did I did. I watched it. Did okay. I'm writing something. But so back to what I was saying. Yeah, I'm surprised you said that. Anybody else on here watch Sister Wives? And I liked it, Mary. I did. Yeah, happy 4th of July, everybody. I really liked it, Mary. And the lady, even and Mary wanted some more kids. All she had that one daughter. Her daughter turned out to be gay, and she was upset because she thought she couldn't have another family. But her sister Wise explained to her she still can have grandkids. One of them, you know how sometimes they would go. Well, nowadays there's a sperm bank, but back in the day, I remember this couple when I was a teenager. They picked who the one was going to have the baby by, whatever, and that's what happened. Or you can adopt or whatever. So when they explained it to her and she really understood relationship and everything, now she knows that she can still have grandchildren. Things that came a mighty long way. This is a new generation, 2020, just because, it's different because it's different couples these days. And like what it used to be, you tried it once, did it work for you? Well, for a little while, I'm assuming, because you said try once, or you mean you just had somebody come in once, you didn't try to do a relationship. Yeah, but I did. I watched that. But she even offered to carry the baby for her, for Mary when she wanted another kid, because all the rest of them got children, y'all. I'm going to start dropping the link because I'm not planning on being here too long, because I think we're going to try to get out of here, but I'm going to do something. And I might be going back to do some part-time work if the nursery open back up, because my niece opened back up, because people are going back to work. She got so many kids, but not enough for me to go back and do part-time, because like I said, that was my business. I miss the money. I miss getting out here, doing stuff. When you used to working all your life, you just, I don't know, you just don't want to sit. I loan my husband out for a tiny time, no strings attached. Wait, if you're serious, I get it. So what you're saying is you give him permission to go play? That's the way, like the way I'm thinking Juicy Booty's boo, his wife is thinking he going through the phase, and he, give him permission to do that. I get it. I get it. Those that were so women more like to stay on, even if that's true, even if it's a problem, but they got to the point, Cocoa Puff, where Mary really wanted out of the marriage now. She's not happy. Yeah, taking mess. Yeah, she's not happy. And then she had went to open up a bed and breakfast somewhere. She just wasn't happy at all. Now at this point, I don't know what they're doing. And some of the kids don't even want to do it like that. They want to do just a regular marriage. Some of them might follow the footsteps. They say some of the young men, some might not. So yeah, Johnny Doll said she would never do that either. You think he was mean to her? Let me see if he was mean to her. I think when he got the younger wife, he stopped giving her too much attention. I always thought that she shouldn't have divorced. She should have stayed the head wife. But she said, I'll divorce him. That way he can marry you and adopt the children. And that was the reasoning. He could still adopted the children. I just think you just have to get another young lady in there as those ladies are getting older. That's just what I thought. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if he was really mean to her or not, but I just know she's unhappy. And at one while, she probably did really think that Mary should have led more. That's what I'm saying, Tech and Mess. That's exactly what I'm saying. So I just knew she was just very unhappy, and she wanted out. But then she ended up staying. But I don't know what's going on. Then they all left where they moved from. They had that when they first came on. They had that one big house everybody lived in. Then they moved to Las Vegas. They all had to get in a cul-de-sac and have each one had their own house. And you spend time at this house, then this week time at this house, then time at this. Wow, that was a lot of screwing to be doing, huh? He must have been drinking. What's that stuff the men take? To keep the little sex drive going. Because at first they didn't have the little pills. I remember they used to drink with raw egg and something. I don't know, but I don't know how you did all that. That would seem like it would just take all this little energy. I don't know how you did all that. Most perverts got that kind of energy from what I see. What I think. I don't know. Y'all, it's just weird to me. Yeah, y'all, go ahead and hit them thumbs up. Yes. People got to come on here and beg for a like. You see, yesterday I ain't mentioned it too much. I get tired of that. Well, yeah, Viagra, the little blue pills. I don't think he had Viagra back then when they first came on. Was Viagra around then? Was it just beginning to become popular? Because he had their wives for years. Him and Mary got married when they were what, in their early 20s, teenagers, something like that. I don't know if they're taking them blue pills back then. I don't know. But I'm just telling you, I don't know how you're doing it like that, because some of these men just got one wife, can't keep it up. You know what I'm saying? They get tired after a while, you know. Just don't want that man out. Well. Lady Detroit said that show's garbage. I know, but it was funny. I watched it. I did. I was just really interested. And then they had another polygamy thing came on there, leaving polygamy or something. I think I was kind of interested and wanted to know something about the culture. You know what I'm saying? Because they looked like the other one, they looked like pilgrims or something. And they still live old fashioned, you know, with the wagon in some area, no electricity. They still live like that. But yeah, most of them do be trash, just like Honey Boo Boo and them. You know, the mother is on drugs. You know what I'm saying? And they all look crazy. And now they got her in a detox situation again, so she can go ahead and stay in. You know, to get clean. Say she went through all the money, sold the house. How could they have stuff like that on TV? Now, if it was one of us, oh no, dope fiend in. We ain't finna put them in our public like that. I mean, come on, y'all. It is what it is. Yeah, what did you call them? Amish. But they look like pilgrims. Yeah, Amish, yeah. So I guess that's why. I was always on the show just looking at all kind of crazy different stuff. Yeah, all of them shows they be having on there like that. Yeah, straight up dopey now. I was watching like the reruns on my computer the other night. At night when I woke up really early. And I said, wow, got a teeth missing. First started off as Honey Boo Boo, then it went to How to Not or something. She lost all the weight. It's just a big mess. So you're right, all of them a mess as far as I'm concerned, but you know, they're interesting. But they're interesting. Let's think of another little crazy one. And Honey Boo Boo is growing up like that too. I'm assuming they're gonna put her on the diet pretty soon. I think it's hereditary. You're right, Laurie. Even the dad, and then his new wife, she lost all that weight, and she got nerve enough to talk about they want full custody. She don't really rented a house. Let that little girl stay with her sister. Yes, indeed. So anyway, you think some of us will be on TV like that? I think not. I think not. But baby, that show be getting some ratings for it to keep on staying on like that. Let me see. It's more crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff I be watching. Yeah. I always did watch stuff, all kind of stuff. Yeah. So anyway, they came from talking about this open marriage. No, never did nothing like that. And I'm quite sure a lot of couples have experienced, you know, different stuff in their relationship. But be careful, because I heard older ladies say this years ago, and I know it's true. Don't ever let another woman try, your husband try with another woman. He might like it. He might like it. You see what I'm saying? That's just like when you got a best friend, and you sitting up there telling all y'all business to your best friend. I talked about that the other day because I knew a couple like that. Oh, she was tired of him. He did. Good man though. Worked hard, paid the bills, took care of home. Worked hard. Honey, sure did. Then got that man. Her best friend was telling all the business, and she didn't want no more. Y'all, I'm telling you some crazy stuff be going on around here like that. Good morning, Lady Detroit.
Good morning. I was trying to see if my other device works better.
This one
Can
better. I can
yeah,
hear you.
because I notice this echoes when I be watching the replay. So
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to see if this device works better. I'm just gonna say this: I'm not into open marriage. I think that that's not what marriage is about. Why get married if you're gonna have other spouses? Just remain boyfriend and girlfriend or a couple together. Don't get married and then subject
Yeah.
yourself to that. Because eventually somebody does get jealous. Eventually somebody does end up feeling a different type of way. And I've been married twice, so I know exactly how I would feel.
I know. And you, like you said, you wouldn't want to know open marriage. And I'm not
Mm-mm.
trying to get in your business, but okay, was y'all having the type of man wanted to experience a woman once or something like that? Because mine did. You know what I'm saying?
My
Because I'm
husband
thinking,
said something. My first husband said something about it years ago, and after I cussed him out and came up with words that I never even thought of to make a call him, he ain't never mentioned it again to me. So that was one and only. My second husband, he was. My husband's more laid back. He wouldn't even disrespect me and ask me nothing like that.
but
He would know better.
yeah, because a lot of ladies, they're gonna do what their husband's gonna ask, and that's with anything. Because I think I told y'all about this young lady out here I know in her 30s, and her husband wanted to try anal sex, and so she went ahead and did it. She said she did it before the first time, she didn't like it, but then Valentine's Day came up, and she wanted to do it again. He wanted to do it again. She really didn't want to, but she did. Now my thing was, and I asked her, "Well, do you think if you hadn't did it, and he's so curious and wanted to do it a second time, as if your vagina wasn't good enough, do you think he would have went out and find somebody to do it? Meaning, would have had gay sex or whatever?" She said, "No, I don't think so. He ain't that type of man. He just well." How do you know? You get what I'm saying?
I
I don't.
agree with you. I
I
agree with you.
yeah, I don't get it. Now you got a whole vagina. Why he got to have anal?
I have one friend that likes doing anal better than well, she ain't my friend no more because she's shady. But see, when I told y'all when people piss me off, I'm a very hard person to forgive, and this was my best friend for years, and now she's trying to be my friend again, and I still ain't trying to be her friend. But she says her boyfriend likes doing it anal more than the other way, and I told her that gives me really suspicious tease because he had just got out of prison too. So I know that's what they say, that's the stigma. I don't know. People try different things in their marriage. I dated this one guy that broke up with my first husband. He was a police officer. And he would walk around with toys, literally in his trunk, drive around with toys in his trunk, and would pay you to put the toys on and perform on him. And he had asked me that, and I said, no. He said, well,
No.
I'll give you $200. I said, no, I don't care what you're going to give me. That appears to be very gay to me. And that's not to be, I'm not trying to be funny, but what heterosexual man will want to be penetrated? He said, no, it's not, baby. It's kinky. I said, well, I tell you what, you find somebody else to be kinky with because I ain't into that.
Yeah.
And that was it. I don't judge anybody for what they do. I just know what I'm not doing and what doesn't work for me. Like I said, my first husband had the nerve to ask me something like that. And I told you, I thought of names. I called him every name in the book plus some I made up. And he was like, you know what? You crazy. I ain't asking you nothing else like that because I felt like, and I was young when I first met my first husband. I was only 21 when I got married. And we stayed married for 9 years.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was
But
married both times. I've been married a long time. But the thing is, just to be 40, but I'm that's not me. I'm not into adventuring and doing all those different weird things. Because once you start, the thing is, where's the point that you stop? Next, you
that's
gonna
what
be
I'm saying.
wanting to whip me and put me in and think I'm a slave and slavery is over with. I don't play them type of games. Period.
That's what I'm saying. Because she said she tried it once and she didn't like it, and then he wanted to do it again. So evidently, I don't know right now to this day. I'm not in the business, but we were just talking because she was saying how I stay married so long, and I was telling her, you got to keep it interested, try some things or whatever. But I know some things I'm not going to try, such as that. And that's when she started telling me that he wanted to do that, and she didn't like it, but he wanted to do it in Valentine's Day. And I was telling her, go get her some lingerie, girl, put some roses, get some champagne.
Right.
I was just telling her from my standpoint, school, telling her go get her one of them jumpsuits that don't got a crouch. Go find some sexy stuff. You know, and so we just started talking. When she said that, I said, that's when I said, well, do you think that if you don't do it again? She said, no, he won't never go out. He won't do that. But you don't know that. Just the fact he asked you that. What if you had said no? You don't want to try it again. I don't like it. He's gonna still be curious because he liked it, but you didn't. So that is he gonna go do it somewhere else? And I get what you said. No, you're not. You're not talking about nobody. You're not, talking about no group of people. You're not, talking about the way they have sex. You're not doing none of that. We're just talking. We're just saying what we wouldn't do with our spouse, because I don't care how nobody do it. And certain couples do stuff. Same-sex couples do stuff different than the way we would. But no, I would definitely never do that. And my husband never had the nerve to ask me nothing about an animal. And I probably would have did him like the way you said you did your husband. I probably would have got a skiller, went upside his head and everything else. No, no, I'm just
Yeah,
not
it's
gonna do
just some things you
it.
don't ask in a marriage. And hey, Fayette, and no, I'll do games, Fayette. Like what I would do is they have like the dice game. You roll the dice and you do whatever it says on the dice. I've done
Yeah,
stuff like that, or you dress up in a nurse's uniform, and I've done stuff to keep it sexy. But when you
right.
start talking about bringing somebody else in the bedroom, or talk about going
Ain't
um
no sex.
in places where the sun don't shine, no,
No,
no, no,
no,
no. I
no.
tried that one time, and that was it. That's all, and that was finito. I
Yeah.
don't play them type of games. That's what
And
babies don't come out of there for a reason. No.
then once you try it, want to do it, they want to do it again. So that's the understanding I got when she said she didn't like it, but she wanted to do something special for Valentine's Day. So, and I told her, so I didn't do it. Get you some sexy stuff, put some heels on. I was just telling her stuff like that. But when she said that, I said, I don't know, because to me, if you wouldn't have did it, and he's that curious, I don't know. Is he going to leave? Is he going to go leave to go find somebody else that would do? Because they say, well, one woman won't do, another one will. And that's true. And
You
that's
better
why a
tell
lot of
them,
women
Auntie.
try to satisfy their husband to do anything. But some things is a no-no. Some things is just disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Either you want to have anal, or you want to have vagina. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I see, because I'm not a couple, where we do different stuff, and everybody do it the way they do it. But to me,
Right.
they're a married couple, a man and a woman. It seemed like he married it because that's what he wanted, the vagina. That's just how I see it. I don't know, but everybody's different, and I'm quite sure a lot of ladies tried it with their husband that asked. I'm just saying I wouldn't have, because like Lori said earlier in the chat, that means they're gonna keep on asking, like
Right.
he did,
Man.
like he did. So I don't know.
What I was gonna say, Auntie Bless, you gave her the best advice. What one woman don't, another will. And see, this is what I want women to think and stop being stupid. My box is the best box ever. He ain't going nowhere. And then be the main ones get cheated on. I'm telling
Exactly.
you. I tell people I work in the factory. Let me tell you about working in the plant. You have, and people, I don't know if anyone hears it, but anybody live in the Midwest know, if you work in one of the big three or one of the factories down here, a lot of men have plant wives, and then they have wives on the outside. My
Mhm.
granddaddy was one of them. So listen to my granddaddy worked at Ford and had a whole nother girlfriend, wife, and everything in there. So I got into plant at 18, and I would see so many men. You would think walking with this lady and buying her lunch, and you'd be thinking, oh, okay, so they must be girlfriend, boyfriend, that's his wife. Come to find out, this fool married. Well, I seen a couple of them. I see them at the grocery store with their wife, and they'll be looking at me like, please don't say nothing. Please don't say nothing. And I would be sitting up there, and I would go to work. It's this one man named Elmo. And I said, now, Elmo, you got that beautiful wife at home, and you be in here tipping and creeping with her. Why you want to ruin your marriage like that? He said, no, my wife won't never know what I do. That's why I just keep it in here. And that's when I started paying attention to relationships, how men are, because my daddy worked at Chrysler too. But my father never, ever, if my father cheated on my mother and they're still together 47 years later, my
Mhm.
daddy was the smartest cheater in the world because it never, ever came and reflected in our home. No woman ever came knocking on the door. Nobody ever did anything. So I said, my daddy was, if he was a cheater, was one of the baddest cheaters I ever known in history. My mother, she worked for American AT&T. She was a executive. She would have to go out of business for months. I said, if my mother was a cheater, she was the baddest cheater. Nothing. They never brought nothing to our house. But I'm telling you, the things I've seen in the years working here, I'll give you the story just last month. Anybody who had a black Chrysler 300 came out, their windows was busted out.
Mm.
So everybody was like, "What? Why? What's going on? Why is everybody window busted out?" This man was cheating on his wife. The wife found out, and all she knew was the girl had a black Chrysler 300. So do you know that lady came and busted out everybody who had a black Chrysler 300 in the windows out? Now I got a silver one, and I
And
said,
you know,
lucky.
and you know the weird thing about it. Let me get in there too and talk. You know the weird thing about it is, I had a friend parents, were together many years, and it's a situation like you explained. He was in the service, but he would come home on his leaves and stuff. When he finally got out the service, something happened where she found out he had a whole different family somewhere else,
Mm.
in another part of the state. But then also, I grew up with some people. One thing about the men, they never leave their wife. Because I know of a situation where somebody been dating a man for like 15 years and he got a wife. But no matter what he had, which is my brother-in-law, let me say it.
My grandfather.
He he would he always was a cheater, a womanizer, always. But and he took care of home. He raised his 6 kids. No matter what, he never would leave his wife. One thing about the men, they have an outside woman, like you said, but they would never ever leave their wife. It's just a weird situation because my brother-in-law never left my sister-in-law. Never, no matter how much he cheated. He kept his wife at home, took care of her. So I don't know, and she knew he was cheating, and she would be hurt and upset and everything about it, but he would never leave her no matter what.
Is your brother-in-law named Willie? Because he sound like my granddaddy. That's my granddaddy.
No, he live in Las Vegas. No.
I'm just joking, but I'm just
I
saying my granddaddy and my grandmother stayed
know.
on the same street for years before both of them. They stayed on the same street, different blocks from each other. My grandfather was still married to my grandmother, but he had a whole woman, whole nother family. And my grandmother said she ain't getting rid of her pension, his pension. He ain't
Yeah.
going nowhere. My grandmother would not let she would not get rid of her benefits forward. She would not get rid of anything. She said they can have them, but I'm keeping everything else. And he would come every Friday and give my grandmother money. He would take care of both houses, and she would make him give us $5. All the grandkids $5. So we didn't know nothing. We thought, well, we was kids. We didn't know no better till we started getting older and understanding. And my grandfather was just a dog, and my mother, she would tell us stories of things he would do, because I tell people this all the time. My grandfather is from Cuba, and my
Mm-hmm.
grandmother was illiterate. She couldn't read. And you know what? I never knew that either till I got older. When my sister was like, "You didn't know grandma couldn't read?" I said, "No." She said, "That's why she would always call us to be like, what does this say?" And she did used to do that. But I guess I just wasn't hip and paid attention enough. But my younger sister noticed that before I did. And my grandfather would take advantage of him, my grandmother. He would do that type of stuff. So when my grandmother passed, my mother was so bitter about all the things that my grandfather did. And she started, as time came, we got older, she would share things with us, because I would always wonder, why did my mama act so short with granddad? And she broke down and started telling the stories. Like she said, one time they were younger and he told her, "I'll be right back." They was in the projects and he went there with the girlfriend, left them out. She said, "All I did was pray." She said, and she looked up, it was dark and he was coming back in the car. So she was saying a lot of things he would do to them that would make her, that just made my mother bitter. And my mother honestly never ever really got over it, but she would
Uh-huh.
tolerate him because that was her dad. But she said she did not like the way he did her mother. And so now that I'm a mother, a woman, I understand how my mother could be bitter. But I used to tell her, "Ma, at the end of the day, grandma accepted it. So why are you mad?" She was like, "Because grandma didn't have any other choices."
I don't know. And the thing is, my brother-in-law, and he would take care of these ladies real good. He even had one that was the same age as his older daughter, and they beat her up because she was bragging at a party, bragging about, he bought me this, he brought me this chain, he bought me this and that. Told the kids knew about it, but no matter what happened, he never would leave his wife. So I think that's a weird situation. I probably would have had to leave. But every woman is different. But Quebec is saying the pension check, yeah, and I understand what you're saying too about the money. But he would take care of those women. I mean, really, He even got two daughters the same age. You know, my nieces, because
My
my husband,
granddaddy did too.
yeah,
My
same age.
granddaddy did too.
Yeah, and it's weird. So then, when he stopped running around and got older and stuff, he was there with his wife. The woman that he had the child about really thought he was gonna leave. He never left his wife. So that's why I said that's weird about that. They never leave their wife. They'll cheat like that all that year, but they ain't gonna leave their wife. And their wives love him and still take care of him.
Now I ain't gonna say my grandma loved him. My
You know,
grandma would cuss him out every time he would come over, and he would still try to mess with my grandma. She'd be like, "Get your ass out." She would put her. He would just give her the money, and she'd be politely putting him on out after he get the money. I was like, my grandmother was before her time. I mean, she tolerated a lot because she didn't have a choice, but she didn't tolerate his BS. And that's why he had a whole nother house. But now that I'm older, I understand that. And so seeing the things when we're talking about open marriages and different things, that ties in because they really had open marriages back then. They just didn't either know it or accepted it. And my grandmother accepted
well,
everything.
see, that's what. And see, Laurie, you're right. You said most people been married 40 plus years and experienced some issue divorce because back then women did not divorce their husband. I don't know if they was shame or what it was. They just didn't need their husband, no matter how much a dog, knowing that their husband had women on outside. That you right about that. I don't know, but these days they're divorcing in a minute, but they just didn't divorce them back then for some reason. Now I've been in a long marriage too. And I had issues, but not to that point. My husband wasn't a womanizer. He liked to go to the casinos and stuff. You know, he did other stuff, and he's so into the sports and all like that. You know, but I don't think I would have been able to deal with a womanizer as long as the home was taken care of and everything. I'm fine. So maybe that's why the women stayed with them. They needed security because Becca just said something like that too. It's not about sex, and the older you get, the more you realize it's not about sex. It's
It's
about
not.
security. It's about companionship and security. Sex, it start off, especially when you're younger. Okay, you got to have sex. Sex is an important part of the marriage and all that. I get it. But as time go on, no, forget about some sex. You got to eat. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a roof over your head. So yeah, you're right, Lori. Times has changed. Times has really changed. So no, I don't think I would have put up with that second marriage situation. No,
I don't. My granddaddy, I wouldn't put up with my granddaddy either. And so my first husband was, how can I say this? He would be real slick, but I was young though. So, and he was older than me. So I'll share this. I know, I mean, I don't talk about this too much. I talk about it. I got married at 21. My husband was 28 when we got married. He might have been 29. So he was a lot older than me. So he would play little games and different things. And I had been I always had boyfriends, but I had boyfriends who were goody two shoes. I didn't have my first husband was like a street drug dealer type guy, but he, and I wanted to believe in marriage, and my parents had been married for 40 something years. By that time, it had been 30 something years. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to stay with my husband. I'm going to try to work it out. Then it just got to the point where I was like, nah, he's just making a fool out of me.
yeah.
And
But
so
anyway,
I did the same thing he did. I started returning a favor. My husband didn't like that. Oh, when he found out I was doing stuff. So then I found out we just hurting each other. It's getting stupid. Let's just separate and divorce.
well, see, that's the way it is these days. So back then, and like Alfreda just said, the men brought the bread home, and so women stayed in the house, and like they just put up with a lot. So that was my question then, because I came on here. So that was one of the subjects about open marriage because of the Jada Pinkett Smith situation. Now, and which it worked for them for years. It worked for them for years. So I don't know why the guy, like I said, all of a sudden coming out with it, whatever, but it's their business. And if that's what they wanted, kudos to them. I just know I couldn't do it. Like the people we were just talking about, them that race, the Mormons with all them different wives, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do none of that. Now, I'm gonna switch up just a little bit because I'm not gonna be on here much longer. See, it was another subject that we had. What was that other subject?
Well, can I just say this, Miss West? Phenomenal. I don't have the attitude, baby, to do a channel right now because all this doxing stuff is just too bad going on. But In that case, the Smiths are weird, period. I believe everything August Alsina said. August
Uh-huh.
Alsina really had a breakdown. And every time he was coming out his breakdown, he would say little snippets about what was going on between him and Jada. So I do believe him wholeheartedly that that did happen. I believe that what he did wrong was he got involved and he got too much of his feelings involved in it. Jada was married. You should have not gotten your heart pulled into it. You shouldn't have loved her. You should have just treated her like she was a side piece. Then maybe he wouldn't be he wouldn't have had a mental breakdown. That boy, he had lost his sister, his brother was murdered. It was a lot going on, and Jada was there and comforting him through all that. And then, you know, I believe relationship. I believe they had a relationship. I'm gonna say that. And Hollywood is just weird. Those people are different, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know. You just said something about he had breakdowns or something. So I don't know what you meant when you said that. But
He had a nervous breakdown.
oh, okay. See,
Yeah,
all right. Oh wow.
he
Well,
started
like,
drinking. He started doing drugs to deal with the situation. And this was said last year, but now he's just really coming out full fledged talking about it now. But he had been saying this for quite some time. This is nothing new. It's just he's elaborating more on what went down in their relationship.
and then like she's saying now, Trinity, people always catch feelings. That's why I say
Right.
this. That's not gonna work. Before you know it, the two women even either getting together. We just saw that, or the man that fell in love with the other woman. We just saw things, and I've seen a lot in my lifetime. A lot of different stuff happened, but it just wouldn't be for me. That anal, none of that would be for me. So everybody is different, and this is another time, 2020 things have changed. So I don't
Right.
knock. If you want to do whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. Now, before I get off here, I got 10 more minutes before it be an hour. I'll drop the link one more time. I kind of want to go back to this crying situation about when you get on here and you do stuff to people, do not expect that nobody's not going to clap back on you. That's why I always say you got to have thick skin to be on here. Somebody, and then you can't come on here crying because somebody gonna say something back. Now, if you can't handle it, don't come on here doing stuff to people. Don't come on here bringing up people's past, putting people's names, birthdays. Don't do none of that. I'm just reiterating what I came on here saying because I'm gonna be off in a minute. Just leave that alone because when it happened, don't come on here crying. You had thick skin when you put them people business out there. You had thick skin when you doxed them, when you put that picture of their home, their family, their birthday, their jobs. Now they gonna come back, find something about you. You want to cry? No, that's not the way the world works. That's just not how it goes. Leave the beef sector in. Y'all know how it is over here. People gonna drag you. People gonna talk about you, whether you say something about them or not. I don't drag people. I'm doing commentary and stuff, but I get dragged anyway. But see that my thick skin ain't gonna make me run away. I didn't wait to become an old lady, let somebody chase me away. You get what
Okay.
I'm saying, Lady Detroit? People think that they can come on here and do anything to you and you're not going to say nothing back. That's just not the way it works. Then I saw Phenomenal said to you, like I said and other people been saying, you got a lot to offer. I love your talks. I do be glad when you already explained when you're going to start your channel and everybody haven't really heard the story. I'll wait because you do got some good stuff. But as it stands right now, I love when you come on. It's like you always like a co-host. I love it. We always have a good talk. So, yeah,
Thank you. I just,
yeah.
it's too much going on right now. And by me being, I'm going to share this with y'all. By me being a recovering cancer patient
Uh-huh.
and my youngest daughter having cancer, it's very hard for me to come on and deal with doxing and different things like that. My recovery is based on my remission is based on myself too. So I have to keep myself in a happy space. So I know for a fact I can't be happy with people pulling up my family, doxing, going back talking about things that happened 20 years. I really ain't never did nothing in life. But
Right.
my thing is I agree with you. Don't come on here crying when you talking about Miss Shish Trish.
Yeah. She done put the people stuff up there. Now
You
you
did a
crying.
whole petition. You did all this stuff. Now you crying because your son mad at you. Your son should be mad at you because number one, that never should have happened. What I said everybody should do is pick a date, call a truce. From this day forward, we will no longer go into the doxing and talking about kids. The
Right.
person who breaks that after that goes on, that's when y'all go the legal route. Forget all of this doxing, putting names out, addresses, pictures, because it's gonna come back on you.
Yes.
Period. And especially her, because she had an old biased petition from the beginning. It wasn't fair. She didn't put everybody on there that was doing everything, and then you had a list that was suspect. She was crazy to me and retarded at this all at the same time. And my thing is, don't come on here crying now because you started it with people.
And not only that, she going in on people. For example, such say like me and you, we are only discussing it. She going in on people that's discussing it. We discussing just like the way she discussed stuff. You know what I'm saying? So people do the most. And I left Cole's statement right there. Blessed, did you see Fire throw up last night? I didn't want to forget that. No, I didn't see it, but I'm gonna go look because somebody earlier in the chat mentioned that. And I don't know why did she throw up. So everybody got it on her thing. What was she drunk? I mean, what happened with that? Said we all nuts. we are kind of nuts, Fred. But in a funny way. I don't know. I wonder what happened with that. I'm gonna go take a gander since you're not the first one mentioning it. I wonder if she had too much alcohol. Is she pregnant? Well, I don't know if she's pregnant or not. I would think I would choose the first one, alcohol. But no, I didn't see it, but I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out though. So I love her also. Yeah, you can love who you want to love. Like I say, people can watch who they want to watch. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Well, my thing is this. I don't have it. If you're gonna dox, you can't get mad when it comes back on you, and that's why I just don't have a channel. It's just too much that go on YouTube. YouTube is not about this. YouTube was not invented to sit here and dox one another, do that. YouTube was to come on here, enjoy content, make videos, reviews, or whatever you want to do, mukbangs, whatever you want to do. That's what YouTube was made for. People turned it around and made it into this beef sector crap. It was no damn beef sector. So my thing is this. If you come in, you join the B sector, because that, like me, if I want to start a channel, I will automatically be dragged into it unless I just totally change my name and do other stuff. I would be dragged into it because I come on panels. Nika, my best friend, I would just be dragged into it, and I don't got time for that right now. I think it's so much stuff going on in the world. People should be using their power right now, especially Black people and these platforms, to fight for what's going on, because people ain't paying attention. We're getting set back, going back to 50s, 60s time, Jim Crow era, and people not even paying attention. They're too busy worried about helping the racists and bringing up this silly nonsense. So I think people are using their platforms right now for stupidity.
And you're right. Sad. And you're right, Phenomenal. They dox sons and everybody, and it will be nice to start from today, this day forward, to stop the doxing and dragging the kid. But you're gonna always have some stuff that's gonna see. It's not always the YouTuber or content creator, whatever you want to call us. It's not them. I am so glad you said that. Yeah, it's the studies that come in your chat and get it going, and then you got some people that want fact checking. W, I see you behind there. I got about 5 more minutes. Let you on so you talk a few minutes. Well, let me just say this real quick, Ms. Black. Called in, huh?
I am so glad you said that, because that was my point I forgot to say. I blame a lot of this on the subs too, though, because the subbies instigate and keep all this crap going, and them people are so weak and feeble-minded. They probably were never ever popular in school, never ever popular. So now they finally popular.
Hold up a minute, ladies and gentlemen. W, you got some other noise going on in the background. Take care. I'm going to cut you down. You got something, and now you're freezing again.
Oh, God. And I'm nothing I can do about it. Go ahead.
You're trying to zap my energy.
No. Forget it.
You're freezing, baby. Okay. She said forget it. She was freezing. Did y'all see her freezing? Am I clear now?
She wasn't freezing.
It was echoing and double talking or something. I was just asking her to turn it off before she talked.
Yeah.
Because it was going to start zapping and I was going to start going in and out. You know when you're in a car like that and your connection don't hit right? Because I Googled it to see why. And it's because the connection ain't strong enough in the car. So, I was just going to tell her to call in. But
yeah, car Wi-Fi is not as good as home Wi-Fi.
Right. So it was going to start zapping me out too. So So, but you could
You could
just
tell
call
people,
in or mention in the chat whatever it is that you needed to say on this subject.
I was
But no,
gonna say
no,
maybe if I get off the sheet, it'll work.
you think so? Because you think it'll work? I don't. You're not the one doing it.
No, but
It didn't start happening
it's
until she
the,
came on. But I
it's
told her to
the
call in or say it in the chat. I wasn't being mean or anything. I was just letting her know when she came on, everything started getting, messed up. But she did. But did she? So anyway, Cole's World said, "No, I'm joking about the Coke, Anna, but she really did throw up. She was drinking something, started laughing. Then you can see she was about. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that. They say they got on there like that. I got to go see it. I bet he said I bet got it on. Which videos? They said that I got it up, China doll. So when I get off here, I'm gonna go over there and look. I bet I video
I was
says
gonna say these clubs is the ones who keep this mess going on, and then they go and start doxing for their favorite, and that's why I was saying everybody kept telling Tracy it's just a threat. It's just a threat. It's just not, don't worry about it. Let me tell you something. Tracy better pay attention. It may not come from them, but you don't know none of these crazy subs. And this is what I want people to understand. Everybody telling that is not telling her truthful. Y'all need to stop telling her, like somebody put in the comments, Tracy gonna be all right. She know better. She know this. Let me explain something to you. You don't know nothing about these crazy subs. You clearly see that the content creators is crazy as hell. So you don't think the people that watch them and support them ain't crazy? All I'm gonna say is people don't need to take stuff for granted. I worked in a prison and I seen plenty of men who look just like nerdiest people that look like they were so sweet and were murderers. So y'all take that for what I'm saying.
Yeah, because looks, you can, how they say, you can't judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That is so true. You don't know just because somebody looked like a certain thing. You said so. They was gonna rape her, and I was like, "Excuse me, what?"
No, Trina, I agree with what you said, baby. That's what I'm saying. I just the content creators. I
was reading another statement. It's on hold. Cole's World is saying it's on hold, but I'm gonna let it come through. Let me show it now. Let me see what you're saying. It says, "Oh, but she spelled it different too, so it's cool." I want to highlight it, but my computer is going slow. It ain't popped up yet on my computer for me to highlight it yet. But she said, yeah, some sick FKR said they was going to rape and dismember her. And I was like, excuse me? Really, Cole? Wow.
Yeah, that's what they said, Miss Blessed. She's absolutely.
Oh, wow.
That's what I was saying yesterday. So to me, that's not a threat you don't take seriously. And what I just want to say to you, Trina Seekers, real quick, I'm saying that you disagree. These content creators are grown. That's what I'm saying. They're grown, but they let these subs get in their head. And then they sit up there and try to show off. You can tell some of them ain't never been a popular kid in school. This is the first time they get some attention. So they turn around doing foolish things. Wow. This is high school bullshit that they doing. But to threaten a woman to say you're gonna rape and dismember her, I think she better take that serious. So that's just my opinion. I'm not gonna sit up and play games like that. And I hope that Tracy is taking it serious now. The calling the police on the air and all that, you get an advantage.
Wow. I didn't know if they said all that like that though. Yeah, Tracy, take it serious. Don't never underestimate nothing and nobody. And then you saying that, yeah, you're right. We have our own mind. You're right about that. That's why we have to fact check. That's why sometimes I come on here and tell y'all, I don't know about it. Y'all come on here and tell me. Because I don't want to start talking about something that I don't have all the facts. So you're right about that when she said, we do have our own mind, we really do. That stuff they do too old to fall into peer pressure. They need to grow up.
I agree.
Yeah. And so I agree with you on that. I do. That, yeah. Yes, someone said they got an email explained on this man. Wow. Let me go ahead and put this up here on there. I'm looking at my phone too because the computer was slow.
Bless, there go Heavy Bear right there.
Where? Okay, I see it now. This because it's my laptop is a little delayed and look at with the thing. Heavy Bear reported that she's taking her very serious. So why did you say there's Heavy Bear? Okay, Heavy Bear, they saying that you're raw. What's the lady name? Raw. What's the lady name? Raw somebody. Heavy Bear. What's that lady? Raw. What's the lady name to start with the name Raw? Trish was talking about her.
I can't think. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Heavy Bear. Is that true? And you're supposed to be good friends with Tried and True. And then, okay, he said, okay, Heavy Bear's answering me. I see it on my phone. I ain't on the computer yet. She said, I'm not wrong. Okay, now it's on my computer. I'm telling you, it's a delayed on the computer. Y'all be thinking I be talking over you. It's a delayed and stuff on there. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to ask you that myself because, like I said, I like to ask. I don't want to just become, oh, yeah, and this person is this and that. No, you got to ask. Now, you have to ask. But now that is scary, Cole. You're right. To think someone is even thinking of something. And you have people with mental issues. She said, Heavy Bear said, I've already proven that to be a lie. Okay, I was just acting for myself, and I see the name, Raw Honesty. Yeah, that's what they were saying. Yeah, so, okay. Wow, Tracy, watch out, baby girl, because you got people with mental issues. Just like you had that guy with the mental issue that went at the president that really thought this happened. Just like when Trump said, shoot some bleach and some, what is that other stuff, that comes that corona, the Lysol. You had people with mental issues that listen to that. So you got people with mental issues that's going to listen to this about Tracy and try. Tracy, be careful, baby girl. Report that too, because I didn't know all that was said. I really didn't.
Yeah, I said that yesterday. That's what I was saying. Heavy Bear was part of that message. Heavy Bear was on that message. That's why I'm like,
Oh, that's why you said there's Heavy Bear. Okay.
Yes. Heavy Bear was part of that.
Okay, because yesterday, like kind of you did probably say it. I probably forgot because I was going in and out and all that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I kept freezing back and forth. Okay. Oh, wow. Good morning, Les Max. I don't see you, but somebody else speaking to you. Oh, I see you now. See, I got to look at my phone. This is a little delayed.
Lex showed the video on her channel. See, that's why I love me some Lex. She showed it on her channel.
I gotta go watch that too. I gotta catch up on. Like I said, I can't catch everything. It'd be like I'm sitting in the YouTube all day long. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible for me. Like when I get off here today, some things I need to do. But I gotta go catch the reruns. Good morning. Yeah, I got to do that. I surely do. But anyway, I have wanted to. I got to give you the contact before you get off because I have wanted to tell you yesterday what subject, because I asked you yesterday to pick a subject to come on and talk about, and I'll be asking people to email me, a subject, but they want to email me stuff to talk about. Other stuff I'm not particularly care about, like that apocalypse thing that Rick Reed was talking about, and I told y'all, I've been had that one. I just didn't want to talk about some stuff because I don't want. Because had I talked about it, would have been like me coming and talking about here pervert, and I wasn't interested in all that. So I was going to tell you the subject, but I didn't want to bother Lady Nika to tell her to get you to contact me because I know I didn't give you the contact information besides the email, and I ain't into all that. So I didn't get a chance to tell you that it was going to be today. I wanted to talk about Jada Smith now. Now, I've been on here a minute and 3 seconds. I'm getting ready to get off here. Stay there because I want to tell you what the next subject going to be. That's what I want to tell you. And I'm going to go. When I come back on, I thank everybody that showed up today again this morning and had coffee, tea, or milk with me. Get your vinegar water for the day. If you're going to exercise or take a walk, you'll love it. It really does work, you guys. It worked it for me. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to get my outro music playing. I'm going to tell you the subject in a minute, Mr. Detroit. You don't got to hang up. And let me go find today. I got time to do my music before I get out of here, y'all. I got to do something today. I'm going cray and Z. CRAZY. We're going to dance up out of here again, y'all. I think I got my juking music finna go. Let me see.
Bye, everyone. Enjoy your weekend if you celebrate the 4th of July. And have a great 4th of July. I don't celebrate it, but I am going to light fireworks to eat.
Yeah, I might do that. I don't do either. Like we used to do back in the day. So drop the diamond as we go off. I'm going to catch y'all later. Love you guys. Don't get too hot out there in that sun. So, toodaloo. Hey, toodaloo. Okay. Let me get out of here first. In the broadcast.